what we do, so this is our like once a month when we can fit it in podcast together for the Menopause Queen. And I suggested as a subject matter body image and how you are with your generation and your age for body image against when I was growing up at your age and then how I feel now. Does that feel right to you?
It stopped.
It stopped?
Yeah, it's going to be too different.
Oh dear. Okay, that's all right. We can do that. That's okay.
Anyway,
just keep going. Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming. Bit of Dora for you there. So, Mélodie, body image. You actually said to me this week, I don't like my face very much at the moment. And what did you mean by that?
It's just because I've got a lot of breakouts at the moment.
Spots,
yeah. A lot of.
So you've always suffered since your teen years, haven't you? With
end of teen years.
End of teen years.
When I was 17, 18, which is not supposed to go that way. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Your granny was the same.
I know she was. And it's like, it's just, sometimes they just come back.
Yeah.
And I've really struggled with my acne, like years on end.
And
so,
how has that made you feel? Because acne's on your face very often, isn't it? And the face is what people see.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, body image is one thing, but face image is...
Absolutely hate it.
Really?
I used to cry myself to sleep.
Oh, my sweetie. I know you did. I know.
My face with all my spots. And I couldn't really wear makeup.
No.
Like foundation. So
It gets
I always
worse.
used to do just my eyes and just like not put any foundation or anything. And I think for like 2.5 years I tried everything.
We all tried everything. We've tried remedies, natural stuff, not natural stuff,
And I just could not
essential
get rid of them.
oils.
Yeah.
We did everything, didn't we?
Yeah. And I could not get rid of it. It was like impossible. So, and then they finally went away, and now I've had like quite a big breakout, like big spots, and I just get so scared that it's just gonna come back and just be like how it was before. And never.
Why do you think you've had the breakout this time? Then I'm going to come back to how it made you feel in terms of confidence. Why have you had the breakout this time?
I don't know. I think it's mostly due to stress, due to work, and things like that. Because I don't have like a proper like sleep schedule really. I sleep during the day. I'm a bit like
Mélodie works at night. Well, evening. You know, when people go out, basically.
Night.
Yeah.
And I sleep when I finish late work. I sleep the majority of
The day.
And yeah, I just think
So you get less vitamin D, C?
I don't. It just keeps stopping.
Does it?
Yeah, it just keeps.
It's not stopped.
It has.
Okay.
It's already stopped.
I'll deal with it then, shall I?
But it stops by itself.
I know, it doesn't actually, but yeah. No, because it's when the screen goes off. But,
See?
it stopped. Oh dear.
I think
It's
the
not
mic
gonna work.
might be faulty.
It's not going to work. This is going to be a pain in the bottom. We're going to try. We're going to keep going. It might be the connection.
Yeah, I think it's.
Have you pushed this in? You haven't pushed that in? Sorry about
But
this.
it's done it again. See?
It's because this isn't in, I don't think.
That's the maximum it'll go.
Why isn't this working?
I don't know, Mum.
Right, we're going to abandon mics then in that case and see if it works. Right, see if I can do this now.
Okay.
Start again.
Let's start again.
See if it works without the microphone. Goodness knows what the sound quality will be like. We're in the car, so we'll see. We'll see. So, how did it do for your confidence?
Well, I had
No confidence.
no. I hated my skin. I hated my face. I was glad that we had like masks. It was
Because of
during the
COVID.
time of like COVID,
Yeah.
where we just wear masks all the time.
Yeah.
So I was kind of actually glad about that. And I mean, I hated it as well because it just made my skin worse.
What makes the skin
So
worse?
it's like
yeah.
a vicious circle
easily film things on one day of the week.
Of course they do, but that's what
every
they do.
day, but with different clothes on and things, and like putting it out there that that's what they're doing that day, when they're clearly often not.
No.
You know, I often post things like days afterwards and say, because I haven't had the time to do it, you know, in the meantime, and say that that's what I've done today, because it's very similar and resembles what I've done that day, but it's not what I have actually done that day. So my point would be it's probably not very true. big lips and all that kind of thing. We never had any of that, and we didn't have the social media either. So I think we had a lot less pressure. I'm not saying we didn't have any, because we had magazines.
That came in the 90s. They were like really like boob jobs and stuff. That started to really like appear in the 90s, where people were having plastic surgery done like as an aesthetic, like for them.
Have you got any of your friends aged? So you're 22. Have any of your friends had plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah.
would be